Hello my dear friends, this is Grace and welcome to another process video, number 165 for me, entitled The Truth About Santa. And this is my third layout featuring the December Flavors of the Month kit from the ScrapRoom Kit Club. Specifically, it features the Echo Park Celebrate Christmas mini collection. So this particular layout is actually my assignment for the Freaky Fast Friday. What it is a challenge that the ScrapRoom Kit Club offers, and basically it gives you parameters of what sizes of papers you need and how many papers you have, and so you just cut your papers the way or as far as it is said in the description, and then you that's what you use for your background. So you can create whatever design that you want as long as you use the same papers. And so I've already shown you the pattern papers, and I've already cut the pattern papers that I want specific to the parameters of the challenge. And it came with, the cuts came with 2 small circles, and so the big one I'm going to use as my title, I'm going to use to house my title rather. And I've been doing the same thing I've done the past 2 layouts, which is to create a shadow with my lighter colored words with the black cutouts. So I'm just kind of moving that to make sure that there is a little bit of shadow to the left of the layout. Now I've been using my Xyron for these letters because I think that they work really well to make sure that everything, each part of the script layout, or script letters I should say, has some adhesive on it. Now I didn't really line this up properly, but it's okay, it's a circle and the letters are script, so I don't really mind it too much. Now the title, you can see my hair there. The title of this will be The Truth About Santa. Now this layout does not have any photos, it just has a bunch of journaling. Now I don't know about you, but there are some specific Christmas memories that I want to document that doesn't happen to have any photos, and I don't shy away from that. I don't normally do it, that's not something that I always do, but when I have something really that I want to not forget, I make sure that I document that. So just to give you an idea that sometimes even when you don't have pictures, that you can always document a specific memory. So a little bit about this memory. In 2012, my husband, this was a time where my husband didn't have a job and he was actually going back to school to become a medical assistant. And so our Christmas then was a little bit rough, if you can imagine, because he's gone back to school and we're going by whatever we have in the savings and unemployment and all that. And my kids were little at the time. And we were kind of getting worried because every year just after Thanksgiving we have them write their list for Santa, and we all know that Santa's need helpers, which is the moms and dads, and so we were worried that we won't be able to afford to buy the gifts that they had wanted on the list. And so we thought about it and prayed about it, and we just decided that it was time for us to tell them the truth about Santa. And it was kind of funny because we were telling them about this on our way somewhere, and my son, which was, I believe he was maybe 9 at that time, he said something to the effect that I can't even remember what he said, but it was really funny. He said, "Oh, so that's why so and so's mom and dad said that, you know, Santa is, if you're being naughty." I'm not saying this right because I've totally forgotten about it, but the gist of it was that the kids weren't so disappointed, but they did understand, and that really helped us to, well, first of all, build more memories instead of just stuff. And then at the same time, the kids, we saw that they were mature enough that, you know, us being that honest, that they were accepting of the situation that we were in at that time. And so I just felt like that needed to be part of our scrapbooks. So going back to the layout, since this layout didn't have any photos. The beauty of it was this mini kit had this 12 by 12 cardstock sticker sheet, and I was able to play around with a bunch of the stickers because I needed some, you know, images on the photo. I mean, on the layout itself. And so I was able to use that. And the fun thing was that there was a sticker that said, "Dear Santa, Dear Santa, I can explain." And I thought that that was like just appropriate for this particular layout because we kind of broke their hearts by saying that Santa wasn't real. But so I was kind of apologizing for that. But so anyways, going back to the layout, I am now adhering everything. The beauty of the Freaky Fast Friday is it will really make you create a fast layout because some of the decisions have already been done for you. Now there were, like I said earlier, there were 2 circles in this particular Freaky Fast Friday challenge, but I kind of felt like it needed, like the circle needed to be a visual triangle for my layout, and so I had cut out the smaller circle in not half, but I cut a slice of one that's a little bit larger than the other and then kind of put them in 2 different spots. And then I'm adding the stickers with some foam adhesive. Also, if you noticed earlier, I was having a hard time with my white ink. I was hoping that I could just do like a simple straight line all around my layout, but the stream of the pen was kind of breaking apart, so it wasn't giving me a whole straight white line. So I had to resort to turning over my cardstock and using the other side, and then just using some pen stitching so that the whites will actually show up. Now it needed, in my eyes, it needed a little bit of something. So I used my white Nouveau drops and created some drops in 3 different spots in my layout, and I did make a mess on the top, but I'm not going to worry about that too much because for me the purpose of this layout is to document the story about Santa. So if you have any questions, make sure that you leave it in the comment section below, and if you are interested in the ScrapRoom Kit Club, make sure that you check out the link in the description below as well. And I will catch you guys another day. Bye.